And I'm about to turn my camera on real quick and show y'all. Look what's by me. I was just about to talk about these motherfuckers too. Ain't that some shit? I was just about to talk about the motherfuckers too. Man, it always feel weird to me to go on live and shit like that, cause really, I don't think the revolution gonna be televised. That's not just a statement that people make to sound cool. It's a realistic statement. The people in control ain't gonna help you break free by televising the successes of those that's fighting for freedom. They just not gonna do it. You feel me? So it's like with this going online shit, a lot of people be doing this shit for likes and views and kind of like to just do something, especially if you woke. Because if you woke, you kind of know all this shit is bullshit anyway. You know what I mean? While you in this little body. But to do something and be purposeful, and I mean, it always start off great, you know, because people come from hunger. So shit always start off great. But where it ends up, it's always like a Hassan Campbell or some weird shit like that. Like these people be coming with a message at first, and it's like, I mean, in a way, you kind of dealing with the person's polarity. You know what I mean? Because people are not perfect in a sense of being all good. You can be perfect. You be a little bit good, a little bit evil, a little bit this, a little bit that, and then come out and that's perfect. You know what I mean? Because perfect is not all one thing. Perfect is like balance. You know what I mean? So we might be seeing that, and that's just from over consuming a person. You know what I mean? You over consuming somebody, and that's pretty much why we could start viewing the person like, oh, this motherfucker just like me. He ain't shit. But you just got to take the little good part that they give and then move on to the next, because that's pretty much how we got to do this shit is why we stuck here. You know what I mean? We got to realize that all the time. Can't realize it some of the time. You know what I mean? Like, you know how hard it is for people who realize all the time who their enemy is and what their circumstances and conditions are? It's people who realize that shit all the time, like all day long. They can't do anything normal because they constantly thinking about like how fucked up this shit is. You know what I mean? And thinking about God, like, you know, the good in a person will always make you feel weird about talking bad about God, but or questioning God, but in that same essence, like with the intelligence that you got, it still leaves you to wonder. And either you can just sit and eat that, or you can take the chance and be like, man, at the end of the day, whatever it is out there, when I get there, I'll be able to look a motherfucker in their face and say, well, this is what I had to work with. And you know what I mean? I did the best I could, in all honesty, because I mean, if we dealing with somebody but benevolent, let me say this word right, benevolent, then they're gonna be understanding, especially if they hid themselves from you during the whole experience and just told you to do your best. You know what I mean? So a lot of this shit is gonna be based on intent if we gonna get judged anyway by anybody. And if we getting judged by somebody, who's his judge? Who made the laws for that person? Or entity or spiritual being or whatever. Who, so for people who's here all the time trying to figure this shit out and how we got to this place, it's really matrixy. It's like it's not even words in the English language that can describe what I see on a daily basis, or like when you do get the words, they be so profound that people be like, oh shit, he's smart. He did. No, I'm just realizing like it can't make sense. It doesn't. Either the robots already took over or something, because I don't see how people make certain shit up or how people go with it. I mean, they made everyone so afraid of death that nobody want to go out on a limb and just be like, this shit is fucked up. I'm not doing it. More so, people will look around and be like, man, I'm about to get in the house. I'm not about to be no field nigga no more. So they go get a job. You do what you got to do for survival, but somewhere in there you get lost in that matrix and you start thinking you're doing well in another person's system. You start thinking you doing well. You start thinking you doing good. In somebody's fucked up ass system. Just because you get to avoid certain aspects of it. This shit is rough. I mean, I could do that too. I have done it. Let me go work over here and be the best slave ever. Let me go do that. Because I'm tired of suffering. Let me go do that. People read these books about Jesus not knowing he was poor, walked around without nothing. The land took care of him. And he made people that was with him give up everything too. Because you can't take nothing with you. He was trying to free motherfuckers then. And, people nowadays use his name when they find money that ain't theirs. I be watching them posting online and a nigga put in the envelope, oh, did you drop this? People, oh, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Oh, Jesus. Knowing damn well that's not their money. Most of the time now when you hear Jesus' name, that's when you gonna hear it. When people doing some foul shit. Jesus has become a shield for people who live foul. They just go to church on Sunday. What's up, Brody? Yeah, I'm just showing here chatting, man. I'm about to start going live a lot and just the shit that be in my head. I'm gonna get better as I go, but the shit that be in my head, I gotta start letting it out. I'm kind of think I'm being punished for being silent. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to get back to that. Let's talk about that space about where we talk about if we're gonna be judged. I don't want to get to my God, to a judge, and he say, well, if you seen all that, why you didn't do something about it? And I say, well, it's rough. I didn't want to be poor. I didn't want to be this. I didn't want to get killed. I didn't want to. And if he like, well, if you knew it was all bullshit from the get-go, then, why did you even care about it? You know what I mean? Why not just fight from the get-go? You know what I mean? And that's rough right there. You heard? Because we do get tied into this shit. We have kids. Outside of kids, I don't really put nothing that keeps me mentally in this matrix. You know what I mean? But a while ago, I was asking my boy, I was like, yo, if we have creation as a part of us and, we have kids in this realm, in this matrix that we in this fucked up space where I think we captured by another group's God, right? Or, is our kids a part of creation, or are they part of this matrix? You know what I mean? Because if they part of the matrix, it's easy to be like, man, But if we gave them a bit of that creation that's in us because we are God, then they're part of our world. You know what I mean? That's our shit. You know what I mean? That's your kids is your shit. They belong in your world. You know what I mean? And this is why they make it such a point for you to sign them motherfuckers over from the get-go. You know what I mean? Because that's a whole soul. It's for you to guide in this realm for them to get free too. Not for you to guide them deeper into this shit and have them bring generations of more slaves into the motherfucker not knowing. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, man. But my whole point is that at some point, man, we got to start questioning something. It could be on a very minuscule level. You know what I mean? Like the things I complain about on a normal basis, I realize they're only my problems because I accept them as such. That's number one. Because think about it, parking tickets. If I didn't live in New York City, I wouldn't care about parking tickets. I lived upstate. I lived in different places before where there's driveways, or the cops ain't even knowing that because it's not so much a part of the budget that they got to run out and catch quotas and make shit up. You know what I mean? And they don't have these big, stupid sweeping things coming through the town, doing nothing and blowing dust in your face. And maybe some more shit they got mixed in there. We don't know. You know what I mean? But my point is, that wouldn't even be a problem for me if I decided not to have a car. Or, you know, so a lot of our problems are generated through our necessity to be a part of this matrix. And that's just something we gotta admit. That's just something we gotta admit. You cannot walk around that fact. The less you care about all this shit going on, the less problems you have. The only problem that you probably couldn't get rid of where you don't care about anything here is having to witness it. Other than that, you don't really give a fuck. You know what I mean? You don't need Jordans. You don't need a vehicle. You don't need the comforts of society. You don't need any of that. If you have air and food and in the mind state that when you get the chance to leave this body, you ain't coming back into one. You're gonna go back to creation. Then your only issue is witnessing the shit. Now, I be in that state sometimes. It's a peaceful, very peaceful Zen state, and it's very lonely. It feel like you a star or something out in space. You know, you just a star. You know what I mean? Your own shit. That's what it feel like. You know what I mean? That shit feel crazy. To get in that space where like you really just at peace. You don't care about none of this shit. And if it was yours, you would make it so much better. That's the God inside of you, wanting to get the fuck out so that you can create. But you gotta get to that space. Some people just so ingrained in this shit. They got up this morning, they went to work. They don't want to hear about nothing outside of getting off and doing something over the weekend to make them feel better so that they can go back to it Monday. Because who the fuck gonna pay their bills? Who made your fucking bills? That's the question. People ain't just start living like this. You know what I mean? It is a systematic approach to how we got to this point. Before, you just find somewhere to live and be happy. Now, you gotta find somewhere to live. And it ain't the same, you heard? So, you know, and we judge people based on these things too. We amplify the foot that they got on our neck. Motherfuckers is kicked up right now, chilling. They got some automated shit that call you when when they want to harass you, like credit card companies and shit, I play the game with these motherfuckers, you heard? I start putting y'all on to a little bit of the shit I do, but I might have to create a little group or something to do it. Know what I mean? So it's not so much on a public channel and shit. So I'll show y'all how to get ahead. I get several like little lawsuits and shit a year. I'm tapped into all that little extra shit where we get our get back. Yeah, I've been getting my little reparations. Fuck these motherfuckers. You know, and I ain't talking about no black people reparations. I'm talking about human reparations for all this bot shit that been going on and all this controlling of us and all this crazy shit. We living in a fucking computer because somebody went too far with like they doing now with AI. Motherfuckers be in the office, bro, and they'll tell you, oh, the computer said this, knowing that is wrong, but they can't override it. That right there, I'd be like stuck. I'd be like, oh, what the fuck is going on here? Me and you is flesh and blood, and we standing here realizing that something's wrong, but because this computer says this, you can't override it. What does that tell me? Who's in charge? This is the insanity part right here. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I'm like, nigga, I'm think to myself, am I losing it? And then and it always come back hard and fat. Nope. Don't ever think that, nigga. Don't ever think that. You're just not compliant with stupid shit. And it affects your life a lot. Shit. We pay, I'm trying to start this organization. I'm telling you, I'm put y'all on, man. We pay $164 million annually in New York City for 4,000 uniform traffic agents, not cops, but these little traffic agents or whatever that walk around and harass us. They have no other purpose but to harass us. Literally. They have no other purpose. They can only write tickets. They can't get bums out the street from panhandling, which is illegal and blocking traffic and dangerous. They can't do that on Atlantic Avenue. They can't do anything but harass us. So that means on your day off from work, you got to get up. I watch all these grown men and women get up and go sit in their car like little ass kids so that they don't get a ticket. You know what that makes me feel like inside? When I'm doing it, you know what it makes me feel like inside? When I'm sitting in my car, I'm turning my camera on real quick. When I'm sitting in my car, like I am right now, you see? My shit fucked up real quick. My bad, y'all. When I'm sitting in my car like I am right now, I had to reconnect. I feel like a little ass kid. How the fuck I gotta wake up, sit in my car, waste my gas, break my sleep on my day off from other slavery. This how deep they got it. On my day off from my normal slave route, I gotta get up and come sit in my car now that I pay insurance for, registration, and a bunch of more shit that ain't got nothing to do with me fixing it if something wrong with it, right? I'm paying $1,500 a month for insurance for a car that costs 12 grand. That means I'm paying more a year for my insurance than I paid for the car, and I gotta pay that. Bruh, they be going crazy. Just tell me no, so we can see who you are. But they don't do it like that. They don't do it like that. They'll drag you out and make you look like a bitch. And then people be happy. It's like the mob shit. It's like they'll fucking burn your store up over and over until you start paying them. Now your store doing well and you grateful to them. Everybody got Stockholm syndrome. Motherfuckers be grateful when these people take their foot off your neck a little bit. Motherfuckers be happy. Oh, they don't got my, I could breathe. Bitch, you been could breathe before they started doing that shit to you. You been could breathe. They put their foot on your neck and cut your fucking ear off. And now, what up? What up, Q? Yeah, nigga. I'm tired of this shit, bro. I'm tired of it. At least I'm gonna leave a documented record of me being against everything I fucking see. Everybody needs to slow down. B's been following me, and I looked it up. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Spiritual mean? I be looking up mad shit. You heard? White shit, black shit, purple shit, orange. It don't matter. I look up mad shit. Last night I was learning about DNA and how they learn how to find sickle cell in it, and the nigga who invented it, how he was a bird brain nigga, but it's just crazy. I'll be learning mad shit. You heard? Life is to learn. Ain't that? It's just the funnest shit you could do here. It don't cost nothing. A lot of times it don't. You know what I mean? If you got a good teacher, or if you want to chase it yourself, and you could do it your whole life. You could do it your whole life. You could learn your whole life. You could learn your whole fucking life. The feeling I get when I learn something and I know it to be true, and I don't have to believe things, because remember, belief is the absence of knowledge. You can only believe something. You don't go, I believe it's my birthday. Nigga, I know it's my birthday. You know what I mean? Like, believe don't even come in the equation when you know something. So all these people that be believing shit, that shit is weird to me in itself. Like, son, bro, if you take a second, you'll realize, like, everything you do is bugged out. And I don't mean you per se. I'm not talking to any particular person. I mean us. The shit we do is crazy. In the middle of doing this shit, I know it's crazy a lot of times. And I'll be like, damn, that's a program. And then that's how I get my energy to fight too, because I'm like that. So inside, I'm like, motherfuckers did something to me. I could be at the job in the middle of the slavery and still have a little fight in me. Like, the first chance I get, I'ma swing on these motherfuckers. Not physically, but, spiritually. I'm swinging back. I'm never gonna forget, or never gonna be like, this is my life and that's just it. I don't give a fuck if it's like, you see what they said, Tupac said when that cop was like, who shot you? Fuck you, nigga. I'll die like this. You got to. You ain't got that energy and you slaving, then you right where you supposed to be. You right where you supposed to be. I'll put you there too. I'll put you right there too. Let you work for me. We all gods. I gotta create my world too. You know what I mean? Why I'm gonna let other gods utilize materials that I can use? This shit bigger than us, you heard? But the first step to it is to realize how the fuck you feel about this shit. Who are you? If like I said, if that's you, then that's you. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. You can be the best you once you realize who you are. Like me, I don't like being the number one motherfucker. I like being number two. You know why? And I don't mean that in a race or this or that. I want to win the shit, like competitive shit. But I mean, like, in organizational terms, I like being number two. You know why? Because I get to watch number one. That helps me a couple of ways. I get to learn if he's doing well, and I get to learn if he's doing bad. And I'm close enough to become number one myself if that motherfucker play too much. You heard? So I like being right there in the mix. You know what I mean? I don't have to be in charge, because I'm not here to be in charge of no motherfucking body. I don't get off on that. It's weird as fuck to me. motherfuckers, I'm being in charge of another I think more highly of people than they think of themselves. When I look at a person and I'm like, it's a whole soul, right? That's a God. Like the shit that we're in right now, you can do that if you can get out this body and figure out the universe. And don't tell me I'm tripping, because that's literally what Jesus kept saying. The kingdom is inside of you. So all these church people and all these other people, they can't come here and say, oh, you're a fucking slave. How are you going to take the God of your captors and think that you're fucking praying to somebody? That just doesn't make sense to me alone. I don't give a fuck who you are. Bishop T.D. Jakes, any fucking body. Some of them niggas know, they just capitalizing off this shit because you're stupid. That's why you're called sheep. And I know it's hard to hear, because my baby mother don't be wanting to hear this shit, but she don't have anything scientific to combat me with. The only thing she can say is I believe, and walk around like an idiot and have imaginary friends like we told kids not to. So that'll get all the Jesus juicers out off my fucking page off the rip, because I'm not going to argue with you motherfuckers back and forth about what the man came and said and how you sit in church next to mooks and shit and act like it's normal. You don't go by your own rules, nobody else is gonna fucking jack you. That's number one. So I don't want no religious zealots on my fucking page trying to debate with me. I'm not gonna do no YouTube debates with, what's that fucking weird nigga who be changing his hair sometimes? Darian, nigga be doing the debates. He got like a girl name or some shit. I'm not doing no debates with nobody. It's not about debating back and forth. That's universes clashing. It's not about debates. This is simply about the truth. That's it. What the fuck is going on? Don't tell me about nothing about your God when he's a jealous one. Don't tell me nothing about none of that shit. I grew up in all of that, and I'm an ordained minister under your religion. So if I wanted to capitalize off of it, I can go do the same thing. I know enough. I can orate well enough. I'm a great enough organizer. I can get rich off the church if I want to. But I'm really not here to do bullshit. I'm not here to do none of that. I like a good jokey joke too. You know, we all here. We stuck in this shit. I like a good jokey joke. Look at this. News 12. Y'all motherfuckers don't be believing shit I say. My camera fucked up now. This is why I be telling y'all don't ever not fuck with this Apple. My camera's fucked up and the News 12 is sitting right here. Where they going? Where they going? That's Brooklyn 12. He got the mic in his pocket, motherfucker. My camera off, right, y'all? I might have to click off and come back on this motherfucker.